Hello, I'm Tom. Welcome to the Uphaven YouTube channel. We just entered the first week of April and we're starting to see some really nice spring weather. And as a result, we're going to see a lot of buzzers hatching off and our reservoirs and lakes are really going to come into their own, really start fishing well. So I thought I'd tie one of my favourite spring buzzer patterns. So in the vise, we've got a Hanak 230BL size 12. Thread for this fly, black, UTC and 70 denier. So we'll just start by whipping the thread on and working our way back down towards the base of the hook. Now, I'm just going to come a little bit round the bend, trim the excess. Now, the body for this fly, or the rib, I should say, is going to be claret flexi floss. So some claret flexi floss here. So it's got a little piece. It's a very simple fly. As the water warms, you'll tend to find that a lot of the buzzers start sort of becoming a little bit bigger. Early season, you're looking at your sort of 16s, 14s, predominantly black, and as the weather warms up, you'll start seeing your olives and your clarets. The reason I like using this sort of claret is I think it just helps stand out from other patterns, and just gives you a little bit of edge. So you can see there, I've caught the rib on and left myself a bit of a tag of the flexi floss. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch in turns all the way up to the eye, keeping some tension on the thread, and what will happen is that will stretch the flexi floss and to give me a nice even body. Just run it back down, just building up a little bit of a taper to the body, just making sure that I've covered all those areas, and then we'll just come back up to where I'm going to stop for the thorax. Should be about there. Now I'm going to leave nice open turns the flexi floss, so we'll pull it tight and we'll come in, we'll start ribbing the fly. It'll probably be about 5 turns. Again, just keeping the spacing nice and equal. So there's my 5th turn, and then we'll go one more over the top and we'll just come across and lock that in. Now what I'm going to do again, I'm going to trim, leave myself a bit more of a tag, and then as I catch in the end, it'll help to build up that taper, and then all I'm going to do, I'm just going to run the black thread up and down a couple of times just to help build that taper again. So for the rib, for the cheeks even, we've got some gold hollow 14, so this is a medium. Now 2 pieces, so I'm going to catch first one in closest to me, pull it down, and I want the cheeks angled, exuberant with the pull in there. So one wrap, and I want to angle the cheeks down, and I'll go sort of the side of my vise, and then that will give a nice 45 degrees when I pull the cheeks up. So another one, let's turn the vise over slightly so I can see what I'm doing. And then that's both cheeks tied in. Now just build up a bit more taper to this thorax. There we go. Now at this point what you can do is you can put a whip finish in, a half hitch, and that will just mean that if you knock your cheeks off, or you knock your thread when you're tying your cheeks, it will just undo this last little bit and you can just retie. I tend to, rather than do that, I like to just turn the hook up at an angle like that, and then all I'm doing is going to pull the cheeks up I'm going to put one thread wrap over the top, and then what I'm going to do is get hold of both of the cheeks, and I'm going to just pull them. Ooh, not quite happy with that. I'll come back a step. One thread wrap. I'm just going to move these cheeks and pull them so that they cross over. Give that nice taper. So, two there. I'm going to fold them back and go two more. Then I'm going to come in with the scissors. I'm just going to give a nice close cut, and then just go back over that little tag there and just cover them up. Couple of thread wraps, and again you'll help to just build that nice taper and the profile to the head. So just come in with a whip finish. And we'll just turn the fly back level again. Now that's the fly finished. Just trim away that little burr on the thread, must have caught it in my hands. But what we're going to do is we're going to add in a hot spot on the back of the cheeks. So this is the Uphaven Neon Flex resin, fluoro orange. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to accent little sort of casing at the back of the wing, or the back of the thorax. So I'll just go in a little orange dab there on my dubbing needle, and a little orange dab there, maybe a little bit more on this side. There we go. And then just come in with the UV pen or torch. So that's the orange cured. Then we're going to go in with the UV clear coat. Now I don't want a lot, so I'm just going to put a little dab on the top of the fly, then come in with the dubbing needle, and I'm just going to work this over, just turn the fly over and coat where it needs to go. And then just work it, make sure you're covering all areas, and then we're going to come in and cure the whole fly. And that's it set. And that's it. This is one of my favourite springtime buzzer patterns. Little bit different than the usual black ones. Really like the gold in the cheeks. Just helps to really pop in the sunlight. That claret just sets it apart from the usual black ones, and we do see some claret buzzers coming off at this time of year, especially you know, Chew, Blagden, they get a lot of claret buzzers early season. Drake also used to. So give this one a go. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've liked this video, just hit the like button, and hopefully you'll get out this weekend, enjoy the fantastic weather and catch on some buzzers, and I'll see you in the next video.